Baby, let me tell you something. When your child tells you you're calling too much, it don't sound like much to anyone else, but to a mama's heart, it feels like somebody took a pin and let the air right out. My daughter Shonda was my heartbeat. I raised that girl through every storm the good Lord sent my way. I carried her when I was tired, prayed over her when she was sick, and worked myself to the bone so she could have what I didn't. When she went off to college, I cried every night for a month. The first time she called home, I held that phone like it was made of gold. When she moved to the city and started her job, I made sure to call her every evening, just to hear her voice, just to make sure she was eatin', sleepin', survivin'. I didn't care if she was busy, I just needed to know my baby was okay. One evening, I called like I always did, and she answered in that rushed tone. Mama, I'm in the middle of something. Can we talk later? I said sure, but later never came. Next night, same thing. On the third night, she sighed and said, Mama, you don't gotta call me every day. I'm grown. Now she didn't say it with hate in her heart, but those words hit me hard. I hung up and just sat there staring at that quiet phone, wondering when my baby got too busy to need me. For a week, I didn't call. Every evening, I'd sit on the porch with that phone in my hand, waiting for it to ring. It never did. The days stretched out long, and the nights felt even longer. I missed her voice, missed hearing her laugh about nothing, missed saying, I love you before bed. After a while, I decided I wasn't gonna sit in silence no more. I didn't call her. I wrote her a letter. Sometimes paper can hold what a heart can't say out loud. I told her, baby, I know you're building your own life, and I thank God for that. I just forget sometimes that you're not my little girl no more. When I call too much, it ain't because I'm nosy. It's because that phone is the only way I get to hug you now. My voice gotta travel miles to reach you, but it still carries love. A week later, I was sitting at my kitchen table when I heard a knock. There she was, my Shonda, standing in the doorway with tears rolling down her cheeks. She said, Mama, I didn't realize how much those calls meant to you. I just felt so overwhelmed at work, and I took it out on the one person who loves me the most. I held her close and whispered, Child, love ain't measured by how often we talk, it's by knowing we can always call when we need to. We sat and talked all afternoon, drinking tea, Logan like old times. I told her about the garden, about Miss Brenda's new boyfriend, about the way the church choir sounded flat without her voice. She told me about her long work hours, the noise of the city, and how sometimes she missed the quiet of home. That night, she stayed for dinner, and for the first time in a long time, the house felt full again. After she left, I realized something. We mamas gotta learn to let go slow. We spend our whole lives teaching our children how to stand on their own, but nobody ever teaches us how to stop holding on so tight. It don't mean we stop lovin'. It just means we love from a little further away. I still call Shonda, but not every night. Now we got our rhythm. Tuesdays and Sundays are our talk days. And every so often, she surprises me with a, just checking in, Mama. When she does, I smile so big the neighbors probably think I won the lottery. The other night she called just to say she missed my voice. I told her, baby, I'll always be right here. Whether the phone ring or not, a mama's love don't hang up. She laughed and said, I know, Mama. I feel it. And in that moment, I understood something deeper than I ever had before. Love don't disappear when they grow up, it just changes its shape. So if you're sitting at home, staring at your phone, missing your babies who've built their own worlds, don't let silence fool you into thinking they don't care. Let them breathe, and keep loving them anyway. Because one day, when their world gets heavy and the noise gets too loud, they'll remember the one voice that always made them feel safe, and they'll call home. And when they do, you just answer soft and say, Hey baby, I was just thinking about you.